Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sprint 249 review. This is a normal 2-week sprint. Let's get started. We'll start with the overview, Gilbert on the UI, Adam on providers, and Joe on the platform. In this sprint, we had 47 PRs merged, pretty similar to last week, and the spread was pretty similar with 12 bugs, 13 enhancements, and a smattering of the others. And over to Gilbert on the UI.
Thanks, Jason. So for enhancements, Manoj added the option to create new dialog for Terraform templates in the service catalog form. And Manoj also showed Terraform template stack standard output on the summary screen. For other UI peers, I updated Angular to 1.8.3. I also removed the unused namespace Angular code. Keenan dropped the Sass Rails. I also removed the unused MIQ sanitized Angular code. Keenan fixed the bin webpack with UI Classic. Elsa added the bundler path, and then Jason fixed an issue with the Kerberos auth with Rails 7 and added external auth specs. Next slide. So just going over some of the enhancements. So this was Manoj's first enhancement. He had the option to create a new dialog directly in the service catalog form. Next slide. And then the other enhancement by Manoj was adding the standard output screen to the Terraform template summary page. That's it for the UI. Next is Adam.
Thanks, Gilbert. So for providers of the sprint, Nasser fixed a bug with the automatic AWS database flavors script that runs. There were a few, I think 4 or 5 deprecated database types that were missing the network performance key in the hash, and that was causing us to blow up. So we got that fixed up. Embedded Terraform, we added methods to fetch Terraform standard out to be displayed on the UI. And also fixed new dialog creation error if there are no input variables present in the template. So basically, it was trying to order where the different dialogues are being shown relative to each other, and when variables were missing, it was causing an out of order error. For KubeVirt, Nasser fixed KubeVirt authentication status error. KubeVirt delegates its authentication to a parent Kubernetes or OpenShift manager, and this was causing the UI to not see the KubeVirt authentication as valid and not let you manually kick a refresh. So now you can do that, which is a nice bug fix. Next slide. We updated FFI VIX disklib to allow VDDK 803 support, and we also fixed an issue with the gem build and got the release of that pushed up, so you can now use the latest VMware VDDK version. And for Flow, we added parallel iteration runtime for the map state, as well as implementing the parallel state, which is similar to map, but different in the sense that map lets you run the same state on an array of inputs. Parallel will let you run multiple parallel states on the same input set. So that covers most of the ASL spec. We've got a couple small ones done, but we're very close to getting all of ASL implemented in Flow. And that is it for providers. Over to Joe.
Thanks, Adam. For platform enhancements, Adam added a block option to check Git repository, and that will automatically create a temporary directory and clean it up afterwards. Brandon wrote a migration to encrypt the database password with Scram SHA-256. I added Rails 7.1 and 7.2 support in the schema repository. Keenan upgraded FactoryBot to a version supporting Ruby 3.3. Next slide. For platform bugs this sprint, Nassar removed task ID from the automation engine deliver queue so that queue messages associated with a task can be run out of order and not be reliant on the prior one completing first. Jason addressed a sporadic test failure in the supports feature mixin spec by not subclassing EMS. Jason also updated Rails to 7.0.8.5 to address some CVEs. He also updated the schema repository's minimum Rails gem version to address some CVE warnings. Next slide.
And that's all for our Sprint 249 review. Our next Sprint 250 will be on November 13th at the usual place and time. And I'd like to thank everybody in our community, thank all the presenters today, and everybody who's making contributions. Thank you.